On the second day of the festival, exactly 1 p.m., in the heat of the afternoon sun, a loud agonizing cry pierced the air from the Akboyi family compound. Something had happened, something no one saw coming. Rolake was in her room where she suddenly screamed loudly. Before her co-wife and other family members could rush in, she had already started displaying signs of lunacy. People around her quickly held her down to prevent her from running into the streets. Her husband was informed and he immediately sent for the Ebibi priest to come and check on his wife. Kamolu and the priest did all they could, but she wasn't getting any better. They consulted their oracle and the revelation shocked them. Rolia was too powerful to be attacked by the gods of Ebibi. Because of this, the consequences of a rebellion would fall on one who loved her most. Rolake was paying the price of her daughter's abomination. The oracle declared she had only a few days to live. In no time, the news spread across Kowa village. When Rolia heard the news in school, she became devastated and lost concentration. That evening, when she got home, she informed her aunt and her husband, Mr. and Mrs. Badijo. Mrs. Badijo then informed the rest of the family, even though Mr. Jesse, Rolake's father, was still very angry with her. He couldn't bear to watch his daughter die helplessly. A family meeting was held briefly on the phone, and they all agreed to travel to Kowa village to bring Rolake home. Mr. Jesse, being very old, was brought down to the village by one of his sons. Deaconess also joined them shortly after. They all gathered at Pastor Henry's house before moving together to the Akboyi compound. When Kamolu saw them approaching, he wished the ground would open up and swallow him. The sight of the family brought back memories, how he had once threatened Mr. Jesse and his family when they objected to him taking Rolake in after getting her pregnant. But Mr. Jesse told him, "We are not here to fight you. I have only come to take my daughter." He asked where Rolake was, and Kamolu led them to her room. Rolake's brother and Deaconess carried her into the car and they drove down to Agbowa city. Upon arrival, they took her straight to Pastor Ade's church, and Pastor Henry joined them shortly after. Immediately, a prayer session began. Meanwhile, Rolia was losing focus day by day. She was deeply concerned about her mother's condition. Her friend Victory stood by her side at school, offering encouragement and care. Mr. and Mrs. Jesse couldn't return to their city. They stayed in the church and joined the prayer chain organized for Rolake's deliverance. Mrs. Badijo, though occupied as the head mistress of Agbowa Primary School, visited daily to check on her sister and parents. Rolia also came after school to see her mother. Those days were tough for everyone. On the fourth day of continuous prayers, a miracle happened. Rolake was completely delivered from her madness. Everyone rejoiced. Rolake wept when she saw herself back to normal and her daughter beside her. She knelt before her father and asked for forgiveness. Mr. and Mrs. Jesse forgave her and prayed for her. She was led to Christ by Pastor Ade. She reconciled with God. The family was happy, finally reunited. They moved to Mr. Badijo's house and stayed there till the weekend, when Rolake's other sibling came down to see her and take their parents back to the city. It was an emotional and unforgettable day. They celebrated with food and drinks. For the first time in many years, they worshipped God together as one complete family. Rolia was overjoyed. In the evening, Rolake followed her parents home. She made up her mind never to return to Kamolu. She surrendered her life to Christ and started attending church. Since her parents were old and lived alone in their large compound, Rolake decided to stay and take care of them. Soon after, she began a new business. When Rolia completed her exams, she moved in with her mother and grandparents until she gained admission into the university. Kamolu, driven by pride, couldn't bring himself to go after Rolake. He continued his reckless lifestyle and even married another wife. Rolia and Victory gained admission into the same university and continued their friendship. Rolia's journey of salvation is still remembered in Kowa village. Her bold step of faith saved her mother's life and reunited her family. Even now, many in the village no longer believe in the power of Ebibi gods. Though a few families still worship them, their influence has greatly diminished.